Good morning. This is JHS Weekly. I'm Mariah Vasquez.
And I'm Maxine Hang. TSA Club is having a fundraiser on November 2nd at Texas Roadhouse from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you eat there that night, mention the club's name as you enter. TSA will get 10% of the night's profit.
Congratulations to the cross-country teams on their great performances this past weekend at Ozark Conference Championships. Both boys and girls varsity teams finished runner-up in the 10-team conference. The girls were led by first-team All-Conference junior Laurel Singh and finished with all 7 varsity girls in the top 18 out of every runner in the conference. All 7 varsity girls earned all-conference honors. Way to go, girls.
Leading the way for the boys varsity team was the first-team All-Conference senior Blaine Jimerson. The boys finished with 4 all-conferences selections. The cross-country team will be back in action next Saturday for the district championships. Good luck, Eagles. Let's see what the band has been up to lately. Here's more with Amy Neuendorf.
The JHS band just wrapped up a competition in Branson last week, making it all the way to finals. Marching band is a class and an organization at JHS which 100 students spend 10 to 15 hours a week practicing for performances and festivals.
We have different seasons. For a marching band, we start at 7:30 every morning and run through first hours, so it's flexible based on the class hours. So I would say probably 10 to 12 as a full band, and then we have students that practice after school, sometimes an extra hour to an hour and a half in sectionals and individual practice.
We practice as much as we do because field shows take a lot of work and effort that goes into it. We practice about 2 hours every morning, 3 hours on long days. Being a drum major kind of puts me on an emotional roller coaster. It takes a person with a strong will to to become a drum major. A lot of people think it's kind of just easy, but realistically you have to go through not only just leading the band, but you have to have that leadership personality inside you.
Being a band director affects me in that I get the opportunity to teach kids. I get the opportunity to see their eyes light up when they have some success, and for me that's very fulfilling. I enjoy helping people, and just the joy of watching kids when they finally get that aha moment that they've achieved something that they were set out to do. Band is a family. It's hard work, it's dedication, but in the long run it ends up being a family. Kids develop lifelong friends through band. Sometimes kids normally don't get together except through an organization, and so through band we've had some really close bonds. I'm just really excited about the band and really looking forward to seeing what's yet to come. I believe the band has a big, bright future. They've already achieved one goal, and just need to see as they reach the other goals that they're looking to achieve.
Go out and support your JHS marching band this weekend at the Maple Leaf Parade. I'm Amy Neuendorf with JHD.
Thanks, Amy. FBLA shirts will be ordered this week, so make sure you have your paid dues to Make sure you have paid your $17 dues to Miss Yes or Miss Pyle. FBLA members who want to walk at this time, March of Dimes walk at MSSU Stadium Saturday, October 22nd will meet outside the main gate of the football field at 9:30 a.m. Come support a great cause.
FBLA will be participating in the community trunk or treat on the 27th at JHS if you would like to help out. And Freeman's trunk or treat is Saturday the 29th, 1 to 3 p.m. Also, be on the lookout for bagel days at the coffee shop this month.
Seniors planning to attend Crowder College Day Show Me Crowder on Wednesday, October 19th. This is a day for students to experience opportunities at Crowder College. The day will include a campus tour, department expo, academic programs, and free pizza for lunch. Buses will leave at 8:30 a.m. on the 19th and return by 1 p.m. There is a sign-up sheet in the JHS Guidance Office and the FTC Guidance Office. The deadline for sign-up is October 17th, 2016. Contact Miss Day if you have any questions. 40 students nationwide were given an option to go to West Point Military Academy. One of our very own students here at JHS was accepted into the academy. Our special correspondent, Noah Pinbuve, has us the story.
40 Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, or JRTC members across the nation get accepted to West Point Military Academy every year. West Point is an academy designed to produce leaders of character who are prepared to provide selfless service to our nation. Our very own Othellis Roper was given the opportunity to attend West Point this weekend.
During 3 days, I went to West Point and I shadowed a cadet during his classes and during his peers' classes. And the evening of that day, I had a dinner in which attendees were awarded letters of assurance, which means that essentially it means that they get a letter that says that they're guaranteed a position at West Point should they finish the application process. And those who were not awarded were told that there are LOAs waiting for them once they finish the application. My favorite part was probably military movement. It was a gym class, so that was really, really fun. I got to try out the different parts of the class they held. I want to be a combat arms officer. I'm not quite sure which specific branch yet. It's definitely worth it. Just very impressive, very historic. Can't wait to be there. Basically, if you want advice, is that if you try as hard as you can, you're probably going to get in.
This is Noah Penny with JHD.
Thanks, Noah. The Eagle Gaming Club is hosting a Magic Gathering draft tournament on Friday, November 4th from 4 to 8 p.m. It's only $9 to enter. The deadline to enter is October 27th. You will need to register with Mr. Gibson in room B207. Your $9 will include cards, food, and prizes.
TSA Robotics Club will be building a robot costume for trick-or-treaters this week. Go to room G110 and check it out. On November 2nd, if you eat dinner at Texas Roadhouse, all customers that mention TSA Robotics will have 10% off their ticket donated to TSA Robotics Club at no extra cost.
Visit your JHS library this week and celebrate Teens Read Week. We have cool new bookmarks as well as treats for each student that checks out a book. Halloween is coming up, and here's a DIY tutorial with Katie Gilbreth.
How to carve a pumpkin.
Things you will need: a pumpkin, a knife, and a black marker. Step 1. Use the black marker to outline a circle around the stem. Then draw your face however you would like. Step 2. With a parent or guardian, grab your knife and start to cut out around the stem. After you have finished cutting out the stem, you may want to cut off the excess danglies from the lid. Step 3. Grab your spoon and start to scoop out the guts of your pumpkin. Step 4. Now that your pumpkin is hollow, you can start to cut out your face. After you've finished cutting out your face, you've finished your pumpkin.
I'm Katie G with JHD.
Thanks, Katie. There will be an informational meeting for students and parents about Winter Drumline on Tuesday, October 18th. The meeting will take place at 7 p.m. in the band room. Students wanting to audition need to attend this meeting along with your parent or guardian. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Wassner.
Joplin High School FCCLA is collecting items for the Lafayette House for our regional FCCLA service project. We challenge each transitions class to collect items and deliver them to Miss Morrison's room in D114 by November 1st. FCCLA will sponsor a pizza party for only one transitions class each grade. Winners will be based upon whichever transitions class donates the most non-perishable items. Watch the display window to see who is in the lead.
Book club meetings start today, before school in room C326 or after school in room D319. In 2018, the Foreign Language Club is taking a trip to Europe. With Emma Williams, here's more.
Are you interested in traveling out of country and getting school credit for it? There's an organization called ICE that can help you achieve your study abroad goals.
ICE is a nonprofit organization that we started about 3 years ago. It basically is called Immersion in Cultural Education, and our mission is to be able to help students afford to be able to travel to countries different countries around the world. In 2018, we are going to be taking the trip to Paris and the Pyrenees, which is going to start in France and it's going to end in Spain. It is a 10-day trip. We're very excited for it, and we have a multitude of people signed up already, about 40 participants so far.
A PLE is a contract made up between Mr. Young and Joplin High School. The students themselves have to meet their educational goals, and when done, they can get partial credit for it.
What a student would need to do is, first thing, they would need to come to our meeting about the trip that they're interested in, because that's where we explain about the PLEs, which is personalized learning experiences, and that's how they obtain their scholarships. They come to us after the meeting and say, yes, I'm interested in a PLE. They talk to Mr. Young, who is in charge of PLEs at Joplin High School, and together they sit down and they decide what area is it that I want to do my personal learning experience in, and then what is my outcome from that PLE. Do I want to create a movie? Do I want to create a digital website that has to do with the competencies or objectives that I am actually trying to obtain by getting my also high school credit for it, completing my PLE? If you want to sign up for the trip or just learn more about the trip, there are things that you can do. Of course, you can go to your foreign language teacher and they'll be able to help you out and give you some information about the trip. Or you could go to one of the board members, which would be Mr. Young, Miss Mary Vu, Mr. Levi Butts, and myself, Mrs. Shelley Tarter. So you can see me, I'm in the tech department right next to the vending machines. I know you guys know where those are.
I found out about the trip because Mr. Young was talking about it one day, and I just thought it was really interesting, and I thought it'd be a good experience to be able to travel the world. The country I'm most excited to go to is definitely France, because it's just an iconic place and everyone knows it, and so just to be able to say that I've been there is going to be so much fun, and I'm really excited to see the Eiffel Tower, and hopefully we'll be able to go up into it.
I'm Emma Williams with JHD.
Thanks, Emma. Congratulations to the varsity girls tennis team of Maddie Irwin, Maddie Ben, Ashley Butler, Meredith Ben, Phoebe Watson, Gabrielle Ramos, Krushka Bagda for winning the team district title. Individually, Ashley Butler advanced to the sectionals in singles, and Maddie Irwin and Maddie Bend also advanced to sectionals in doubles. Congratulations to on a great season, ladies.
The Joplin High School counselors will host FAFSA free application for Federal Student Aid Night on Wednesday, October 19th and Thursday, October 20th during parent-teacher conferences from 4 to 7:30 p.m. each night in the counselor's office. Having trouble finding a place to keep your skateboard during school? Well, no worry, here's more with Brendan Beck.
For those who ride their skateboard to school, there is now a more efficient way to secure your skateboard during school hours.
We put the skateboard racks in this building because the office was getting full of skateboards. It's a safety issue, first of all and foremost. So kids were skating down the walkways, they were skating down the stairs, they were high railing across different rails throughout the building. So for their own protection, we had to take away the skateboards and find a way to secure them. So I think there's 3 of them across the building, one and 2 of them inside, and then 1 of them outside underneath one of the awnings. And the students are using the skateboard racks. I think they like them. It protects their boards, and they have a way of locking their board up and securing it during the school day. So it's worked out well.
Firstly, there's a lot of stigma around being a skateboarder, especially being in high school. I think that whenever they brought the board racks in, actually Boyd talked to me a couple of years ago, and this was about a year before we got the board rack, and he asked me how I felt about it and where the placement should be. And I think that whenever we got the board racks, it was the first step towards actually accepting that there's somewhat of a prominent skateboarding culture around here, and that there's different cultures that we need to be involved in other than just traditional sports like football, baseball, basketball, stuff like that. Those are equally as important, but skateboarding has its place too. They're helpful to the school because, give or take, within a certain demographic, you have your freshmen, sophomores. Any given class has about 10 to 15 people who skateboard in there, whether it's a longboard or an actual board. People use that as a means of transportation. They use that as they're going to go skate right after they get out of school, so they're going to bring their boards with them. instead of keeping them in the office, wherever everybody in the office is responsible for it, they put a rack up there and you have your ability to put your own lock on it so you can make sure that it's actually taken care of and safe.
From JHD, I'm Brendan Beck.
Thanks, Brendan. Financial aid counselors will be available to answer questions and assist students/parents in filling out the online FAFSA forms. Students should bring their own personal tax forms and their parents' 2015 tax forms. Seniors and parents are welcome and encouraged to attend. Students may bring their own school computer to access FAFSA online.
This has been JHS Weekly. Have a great week.